And now, News Channel 10's 24/7 local weather first alert forecast.
Well, good Friday afternoon, everyone. I'm meteorologist Shelden checking in with a cooler forecast across the region. As you can see, today's high has technically been logged as 54 degrees, but this is actually a little bit misleading. Let's take a look at our temperature trend from this morning until now. What you're going to notice is we actually hit that 53, 54 degree mark at 3 a.m. this morning. Then that cold front hit, and as you can see, we dropped down below freezing pretty quickly, and we haven't warmed up above 40 degrees since then. So pretty chilly out there here as we've gone throughout our afternoon hours, and as we go into this evening, it's only going to get colder. As we're going to see 38 by 7 o'clock, we'll drop down below freezing by about 11 o'clock midnight tonight, and then we're going to drop down into the low 20s later on this evening and going into the overnight period. So waking up Saturday morning, going to be very chilly out there. We'll warm up to about 35 degrees or so only for your Saturday, so you can expect this cold weather to continue for at least one more day. Let's talk about our winds, what we're seeing out there. Northeasterly winds about 10 to 20 miles an hour. That's thanks to that cold front. It's going to start to lighten up a little bit. We'll see easterly winds going into tonight, 5 to 15 miles an hour. We'll see that kind of stick around in the overnight period, but then we'll see northeasterly winds 5 to 10 going into the early afternoon hours of your Saturday, but then those winds shift starting out of the southwest going into Saturday evening. That marks a bit of a pattern change coming. But before we get to that, what we are going to be seeing out there is maybe some snow going into your Saturday morning. Looking at your high definition model run, 4 a.m. you start to see some snow showers forming up in our northernmost counties. You'll see it tries to push further south, maybe a few little scattered snow showers, maybe a few flakes here in Amarillo will be possible, but places up north, maybe an inch at most. So really expecting a pretty light snow event, not really going to be too impactful. We'll see cloudy skies going into lunchtime for Saturday, but that snow is pretty much moved on out of the area. And we see clearing skies going into your Saturday night. So that'll pretty much be the end of those rain chances there. So let's take a look at your next weather maker, and that's a big warm up coming for us next week. So of course, cold today. It's going to be cold for your Saturday as well. But what's happening after that is a high pressure system is going to be allowed to build in nearly right just to our south, kind of mainly over Mexico and southern Texas. And that's going to give us just that big dome of high pressure, which basically means nothing much is happening in our forecast other than warm and dry weather. 60s and 70s expected here in your forecast. Let's look at your 7-day supercast. So aside from that early morning snow for your Saturday, the rest of the forecast is looking dry. We'll see 30s climbing up into the 50s by Sunday, 60s by your President's Day on Monday with calm winds and sunny skies. And then look at Tuesday and Wednesday with highs there in the mid-70s. Weak cold front comes through late next week, but only drops us down into the 60s. So really looking like maybe Punxsutawney feeling ruckus. We're on to something, calling for that early spring.